Alright, there's this chocolate milk. I need to shake this thing to make it like, to make it mix together with the entire milk. And yeah, that's... whose car is that? There, that's better.
Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so Gates of Chaos patch, I'm sure most of you guys are pretty excited. Now let's talk about Susaira a little bit because I didn't have much time to analyze her. But now that I've gotten through at least halfway through Gates of Chaos, so if you guys didn't catch my live stream, so let me show you guys the progress. So this is where I am so far. Haven't played anywhere today. Haven't progressed at all today, so hopefully I'll be able to progress later on. But so far, I would say I'm about halfway there. Okay, so a couple of things to note. So basically, when you go through Gates of Chaos for this season, your entire goal, your entire objective is to hopefully try to purchase Susayra. Where is the shop? Let me see the shop, ancient shop, there we go. Okay, so you are able to purchase her once. So you can see right there I have 12,000 and 1,200. So you can buy her one time, okay? So this product is immediately applied upon purchase. So keep in mind, so she's a 5-star Octo, she is not a legendary. So when we talk about Octo, I think most players gets confused. It's okay though, because I think this Octo term is being used for any demons that come from the other world, the underworld. So let's buy her. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to give you guys... Oh, what? That's a new animation. They did mention this before, they have this new animation. For anyone that you obtain, newly obtained, so you will have that words that comes out. Very cool. Okay, so you can clearly tell a 5-star warrior. So hopefully we will be able to use 5-star skill books on her. Okay, so as you guys can see, she is... You can only buy her once, alright? So you can't buy more than once. So if you want to skill her up, most likely you'll have to use skill books for that. So what about the companion? Alright, so the companion costs the same mines. So you will be able to... Okay, there's a 0 out of 5 here. So for the companion, I assume you can buy him more than once. No one is perfectly noble. Every Octo is hideous inside. Okay, so we're gonna read the story and stuff later. So now, the most important thing is, let's talk about her skills. And then we're gonna do some testing, okay? Okay, so I've already pretty much covered what she basically does with her skills during my live stream. But right here, I guess I'll just go through a brief introduction again. So she's not used as an initiator. She's a warrior that you want to move as late as she can because she will not benefit from this range otherwise. So she has debuff immunity, alright, alongside with incoming damage reduction by 70%, which is pretty cool. So her first skill is what makes her complicated. So when you enter any battle, one turn after, she will activate this crystal collection stat. Alright, so this will require her to collect 8 pieces of crystals, alright, before she can unlock her true potential. Alright, so basically this is the thing. It mentions right here, transform into ego in mirror when 8 pieces of crystal are collected. So how do you collect crystals? So you have to use your allies. Okay, activate crystal piece effect when the battle begins, similar to how Aura skill works, one turn. Okay, so crystal piece gets stacked up in proportion to the number of enemies hit by normal attacks of allies, excluding oneself. Okay, so not including herself. So she has to rely on her allies to stack up crystals. So her allies needs to be the one that does the normal attack to hit the enemies, okay, using their normal attacks, which is why some multi-hit might actually work well with her, like Christina or maybe Ilenia and things like that. And she gets crit damage boost in proportion to the number of crystal pieces. So obviously, as you can see, 8 pieces ideally. So the more crystals she has, the more crit damage she will be able to stack. So if there's no crystal stack, she will have her attack range reduced to 1 tile. She will always only be able to hit 1 tile, which is such a bummer. But do keep in mind she's a skip though. Skip with such huge tiles, pretty crazy. But if you think about it, similar to CLR, there's a very high requirement ceiling right there to be able to activate it. Okay, secondary skill. Okay, so gives crit damage plus 250% when you collect 8 pieces of crystals. Alright, this is not at beginning. So when you collect, she will get insane crit damage. So basically, almost always she will be able to one-shot a lot of things once she collects the crystals, which is the hard part because she doesn't have any survivability before that. So after that, she does have this thing. Okay, so crystallization expires after receiving enemy's normal attack. So when you stack up crystal and she enter this special ego and mirror mode, alright, when this is activated, she has this effective normal attack count of 3 times to be able to protect from any sources of damage for 3 times. Okay, so similar to Yuri's awakening skill, it's sort of like a death guard of some sort, alright, but hers is 3 times when she enters the stat. So heals HP upon receiving crystallization effect. And yeah, she has this skill that basically relies on enemies' remaining HP rate times attack times 300% additional damage. So I'm not entirely sure what's the optimal runes for her. I think Rage and Assault both should work well, alright. Since there's a modifier here of multiplying attack, so going attack, 1 Assault and 1 Rage would be ideal. But she does get a lot of crit damage already, looks like. So yeah, overall, I would say she's a decent warrior. I wouldn't say she's bad for sure. But is she better than, let's say, Yuri, for example, alright? So, which I want to clarify here, or Edin. I feel like Edin, Yuri, they are going to be much more flexible in terms of how you can position them in your formation. For her, you have to make her move late, right? And you have to pair her with preferably a multi-hit warrior. Alright, something like Christina or Elena, like I mentioned. If it's not a multi-hit warrior, you have to make her move like extremely late. So yeah, overall, I would say kind of have mixed feelings regarding her. Don't have enough time to test her yet, but hopefully I'll be able to, you know, get her up to maybe plus 14, plus 15, and then we can test her up further later on. But for now, I would say she's an average unit at most, in my opinion. Okay, so let's test her out. I managed to get her up to plus 3, so hopefully this will give you guys an idea of how her skills actually work. Okay, so we're gonna try her out in the Underground Evil Castle right here. So as you guys can see, we have, who is this? The boss right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring in a tank, and hopefully we're gonna try and generate as much crystals as we can. Okay, so hopefully this will give you guys a better idea. So she's not a good unit to go first. So if she goes first, right, ideally she will not get the bonus range. So what she needs is, she needs the ally to basically goes in and stack the number of crystals. So So you can see she only has 1 tile range unless the ally has already gone in and stacked the crystal. So now you saw my Christina go in and stack a bunch of crystals, right? So now she will get the bonus range. Boom. Okay, so the problem here is before stacking the crystal, right? She's quite weak. She's only strong once you have allies goes in, help you by stacking the crystals. And you can see Christina hits multiple times right there to be able to help her out. Alright, so I managed to skill up my Susaira all the way to +8 currently. So I feel like she's strong enough for me to try and showcase her in the arena. Okay, so she doesn't fit well into my team, so I just want to put that out there first. So I might not have the best Susaira example right here, but hopefully this will give you guys an idea. So I'm making her go first. Oh no, okay, yeah, that was a bad one. Just gonna skip this one. Seto. Yeah, she's still gonna die to Seto regardless. Okay, this is gonna be a bit different. Let's see who's in the skip. Again, it's a Seto. So yeah, I don't think she fits well in the meta right now, seriously. Because she's really gonna end up hitting a lot of Seto and Velta, which will end up pretty much render her useless if you make her go early on. So if you're using her, my advice is just like let her move extremely late. Okay, so let's see. Fighting Vetriel, okay. So I should be able to one-shot the Beliaf. Okay, so let's see. We will see her in action here. And we're gonna see +8 with Seal Us buffs. Can she one-shot a Grand later on? I doubt she can, but we will see it in action right here. Hopefully, it'll give you guys an idea. So I think when my Celia hits, okay, so now we'll have to activate. Oh, but she switches back to that form. Okay, nah, that didn't show anything because she just ended up hitting a Seto and a Lucius anyways, unfortunately. Okay, so overall, yeah, it's quite, like I mentioned, I have mixed feelings on her. I think she doesn't really fit well in my team. I guess if you are someone that uses or utilizes Belial to Christina, maybe you can benefit the full potential of her. But like you can see, she really doesn't fit into every team. So if you recruit her, most likely you'll have to adjust your team and build it around her rather than, you know, slapping her into your current formation and expect her to work. So she's going to be quite similar to Seol Ah in that regards, right? Because when you build Seol Ah, like you want a team that revolves around Seol Ah. And same like her, like she's going to need those multi-hit, multiple range units, you know, that can help her to stack crystals and stuff. And you can see, even if, you know, she did activate the crystal mode, right? It will only last for 8 turns. Alright, so you can't delay it too long. After 8 turns, she'll go back to her previous state where she only gets 1 tile. So whenever you activate it, you have to make sure that she reaches the 8 turns. So it's quite hard to plan accordingly because like if you go too late, then you're gonna end up missing that opportunity. But if you go too early, and that's where the inconsistency comes in as well, because it's not like just because you have a Belial Christina, for example, let's say you run that combo every time, doesn't mean your Christina is going to hit 3 targets all the time, right? Sometimes it can just end up hitting only 1 target depending on the enemy's formation as well. So yeah, in that sense, you don't have a fixed pathway of really trying to utilize her properly in arena. But in some places, maybe places in like Underground Arena, Guild Wars, you can easily plan that ahead of time and try and calculate so that you actually get that 8 crystals. So in those game modes, I can see her shine much more. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts and impressions on her. Again, Gates of Chaos is really a hard one. I've been struggling a little bit on my own. I will try to make guides soon on Gates of Chaos, but I think it's going to be really hard because there's like quite a lot of stages and doing every single one is going to be really hard. But if you guys want to watch a little bit of it, I've really done like an 8-hour long live stream last night, so I'm going to link it in the description below so you guys can go check that out if you want to. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, subscribe, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.